Hello, 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 Lagos. Hello, Nigeria. It is such a pleasure to be on the driving seat of the safety train once again. My name is Fayo Williams, your regular safety Amazon. And I am not alone this beautiful Tuesday afternoon as the new year is just taking off at a supersonic speed, right? I hope it's the same with you. It seems as if the days are racing by again. And I am with a very delectable lady who is an author. She is a graduate of the University of Benin. She's very passionate about road safety, especially for children. So you can guess that my topic is related to that today. We will be talking about children's road safety. And she has written a book. I have an author on the program today. She has used this book to call attention to the fact that the safety of children is more of their responsibility than that of the driver of any vehicle. So they must understand the road and how it works. I'm sure you'll agree with me, Lagos, that this is a very important topic, crucial in fact, particularly as our children are going back to school. So I would like you to join me in welcoming Mrs. Folake Ademiluyi. How are you, madam?
Fine, thank you. Good afternoon, listeners.
Okay. And sometimes we like to greet our listeners in your lingua franca. So where are you from? You have to greet them in your local language.
Oh, okay. I'm from Edo State.
Okay, beautiful.
Yes.
There are some people winking at you across the microphone. Can you please greet your people, rep your people?
Oh, Wawa Ibomana.
Oh, that's awesome. Wawa Ibomana. Okay, I think I learned a new one today, all the way from Edo State. Miss Folake Ademiluyi is here with us today. So let's just take it, dive right into the topic. What is children's road safety and why is it important?
Children's road safety is the act or the means of ensuring that children are aware of where they are, especially when they're on the road. And it is important because without them being aware of what they are and where they are and what they're doing, they could actually be the cause of an accident on the road.
Thank you. Now this, we're going to make this as conversational and free-flowing as possible. And I would actually like our listeners to join. I'll call out the numbers soon, but I would recall a particular incident on Obafemi Awolowo Way. Obafemi Awolowo Way is much more than a dual carriageway. It's like 4 lanes, on either side. And on one Christmas Eve, I was heading down, towards the Alade market, end, coming right from is it testing ground or something, and going towards Alade market. And I saw 10 children holding themselves with some balloons, with some, I don't know whether they were firecrackers, and they were trying to cross the road, and 9 crossed and left 1. Oh my gosh. At that instant, I just waved my hands down, asked all the vehicles behind me to just stop. And we waited until this one little lone girl was able to cross the road. So it's just in line with what you are saying, making sure that the children themselves are aware of the road, and what they do or what they don't do can actually cause accidents. And I would like to salute Lagosians. They were not rushing like Russians that day. Nobody horned. Nobody was impatient. Everybody stood still, even till a last mile official had to come from the traffic lights that takes you to Kudirat Abiola, and he joined and said, "What's happening here?" I said, "We thank God she has crossed the road." So I said, the danger is over. She has now eventually crossed the road. So that goes on to asking you the next question. What are the key factors that contribute to these children's, pedestrian accidents involving children and so on and so forth?
Well, the first contributing factor that I would want to mention is lack of information Most times you find children do not know what the road is all about, and nobody has told them how the road works.
Can we just pause there? You mean they are no longer sitting down to say, look left, look right, do kiniko again? Because, when we were young, I mean, all these things used to come out. Are you saying now that we seem to have lost that part of education that really sits the child down to let them know, how to cross and what to do? Can you enlighten us some more, please?
I would not say that not being taught. But it is how to get the information to stick so that they can use that information all the time.
Like on a day-to-day basis.
So that it automatically comes to them. At any time, they can call upon that information automatically without, without hesitating or without forgetting. There's some things that you do that come to you almost naturally because you are unconscious. They are so inbuilt in you that there are things that come to you automatically. Like you want to eat.
You wash your hands.
You know where to even take the food to when you carry.
Exactly.
Whereas if you had a baby, a little baby that couldn't even hold the
baby will just put his hand in,
So that is how it is. The child has to know, has to have information.
Okay, and so that's one factor.
Yes, has to be taught the information. Then there has to be adult role model that teaches proper proper use of the road. Because even if you give the child information and there is no adult around that uses the road properly, the practical experience of the child will make the child behave wrongly on the road.
This is so interesting, and it's time to invite Lagos to jump in on this conversation. You can call in 0809 9120777. In the alternative, you can call 091 5387 7127. And the question is, are adults themselves, are they good role models? Because we have said it 120 times. What is happening at Ojota, where people are still running across the expressway instead of using the pedestrian bridge? When some people insist on, taking one way or running through traffic lights, the children are watching. So the question I'm posing to Lagos now is this: are adults a good role model on using the road safely for children to emulate? That is the question, and I would really love your own perspective on this. So once again, you can call or send a WhatsApp message to 0809 9120777. Okay, while we watch out for messages, I will still ask Folake Ademiluyi another question, or ask her to add to what she wanted to, explain.
The third point I would want to raise is the fact that children's judgment.
Sorry, do we have a call? Okay. Okay, hello.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon. Is that Elder Tewagbade?
Exactly.
Yes,
Hello.
sir. Good afternoon, sir. And Happy New Year once again.
Good afternoon.
Excellent, sir.
Happy New Year.
Yes,
We never speak together this year.
We have, I think we spoke last Tuesday. You're welcome, sir. So, how's it going, and what's your take on this issue of children's road safety? Are the adults doing well, and the children?
They are doing fine. We are doing fine here.
Okay, you are doing fine there. Okay, but generally, adults on the road.
Your topic this evening.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
What I will suggest, because in Lagos here, you can hardly control people, especially where the beaches are.
Okay, where the
My only
beaches are.
suggestion is that let government use some retired military officers in some places. You get what I mean?
You want to use some force.
Some places like Ojota there, let them use retired military officers with their you know what I mean?
Why can't people, change their ways, on their own without this kind of force?
I don't know the word to for them. They are all in a hurry. Just always in a hurry. Always in a hurry.
You are correct.
So if they see military men at a point, they will not attempt it.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your comments. We'll be going on a short break very soon.
To the school too.
Okay, to the schools, yeah. Okay.
Let there be a military man that will direct the affairs of the children.
I
Coming
see.
to school, then going out of the school.
So that they'll
So that will help a lot.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Just giving some new job to that military men. Thank you very much, Elder Tewagwade. In a minute, we'll be going on a short break, but may I let you know that the book, the road safety book, is titled The Taiwos Go Visiting, and you can call Folake Ademiluyi on 080 28 16 1914. Let me take that again. 080 28 16 1914. For chickening prices, you can get this book, The Taiwos Go Visiting, for your school or for your religious party, for so many gatherings of children. You can get this book when you call that number. Over to you, Taiwo, for the traffic update.
All right, you're still tuned to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Yes, the program is Safe to Train with Fayo Williams. Quickly, within Orile Gomo, it's still very calm within the zone with no record of breakdown. Movement from Igomu to Doyorili, Alagba, looking very calm. Proceeding to Alaba down to Mount to is equally looking very good this afternoon.
All right. Thank you very much, and you are welcome back to the safety train. Thanks for staying tuned. Don't touch that dial. We are still discussing children's road safety. And I have with me Folake Ademiluyi, who is an author of The Taiwos Go Visiting, a very beautiful and highly illustrated book on children's road safety. So can we go on to the role of parents and caregivers? In the vivid, description of that incident I gave you, you'll be wondering, what was the mother or the parent really thinking about allowing 10 children to just go on their own? The first one was as rando as the others. You understand? So they were all really quite young, like 7 and below, and they were trying to cross a 4-lane expressway. So what is the role of parents and caregivers in teaching young children about safety?
Well, I will not agree that parents should, I will not suggest that parents should allow children of that age to go on the road by themselves.
Exactly.
But the parents can do something. They can, take the children on the route by themselves. A couple of times. The parents can take the children, make time out to take the children on the route to ensure that they show them how to do things properly on the road if they know what to do. And then when they have gone several times, they can allow the child to go in front while they come behind to lead the adult, so that the adult will be the adult will be really satisfied that this child, when he or she is on the road, can hold their own.
Okay,
that's what I can
about
suggest.
schools? What about schools? You spoke about giving them information and ensuring that they can retain it. How frequently should schools have to give information? What else can they do? We want all hands on deck, because we're really tired and heartbroken when we hear of accidents involving children. particularly. So what about schools?
A long time ago, schools used to have lollipop men or women
That is right.
that
They
will
carry
stand.
that,
Yes, they carry that lollipop.
The
The
signage.
signage.
Yeah.
They will stand in front of the school so that when the children wanted to cross, they would, help the children to cross so that there would be no incidents. But when we're talking about schools, the government also has a role to play in the sense that the information has to reach the teachers properly. I mean, the depth of information has to reach the teachers properly so that the teachers on their own also will be able to give the information at that depth for the children, to be able to be informed enough to be safe on the roads.
Thank you. So looking through this book, I can see that not only does it have sections covering what is a traffic light, what is a zebra crossing, but then you now have an activity page that the children can color and label and that kind of thing. So what kind of method of learning is this? This seems very new to me. Can you just tell us why you have chosen to use this methodology in enlightening the children?
I think that children, when they want to learn by participating.
That's true.
And you give information and then you allow them to participate in discussing the information before they use the information, so that the repeating everything that you have said and also digesting what you have said in their own time will make the information stay in the memory for them to be able to recall whatever they have learned.
Beautiful. So once again, we have a book titled The Taiwos Go Visiting, and you can get this book by calling. Of course, you need to get it in numbers, maybe for your school or something, unless you want it to be delivered to you or for your children. 080 28 16 19 14. Again, 080 28 16 1914. And you should be able to get copies at Bible Wonderland, which is in the Surulere area of Lagos. I believe that's Alaka.
Yes.
Okay.
On Western Avenue.
On Western Avenue. And you should be able to get copies there. Not costly. Just a very good price, very affordable price for you to teach the children about children's road safety. Now let's go on to the use of technology. How can technology be utilized to enhance children's road safety?
To be able to use technology, we have to go back to the COVID era. Because during the COVID era, children were not going to school, but the government in its wisdom started using, setting up structures to be able to reach these children through using technology.
Yes.
So this same technology can be called upon again to get information to the teachers, so that all over, the teachers can get information that they can pass to the children, and the government will be satisfied that what they are sending out is what they want the children to hear, and how far they want the children to know concerning road safety. Because if you leave it to the teacher's discretion, it will be material that is available to the teacher that the teacher will use.
Rather than the latest, information.
Rather than information that will ultimately, empower the children even more than just look to the right, look to the left and cross.
Especially since Lagos is such a big mega city right now with various kind of road markings. It seems as if we really need to do more to get this information trickled down to the students and to the children in general. So if you would like to join this conversation, Lagos, All you need to do is to send a WhatsApp message or call 0809 9120777. In the alternative, you can call 091 53 87 71 27. We'd love to have your take on children's road safety. So let's take a look at hazards that children may encounter just before we take another traffic update. When walking or riding their bicycle, what are the hazards that they could encounter? Maybe those who are building an estate right now or building a road might learn a thing or two from what you are going to say in terms of the kind of hazards, that children, face.
One of the biggest hazards in Lagos is the fact that the roads either do not have friendly walkways, or when there are friendly walkways,
People are selling.
people are trading on the walkways,
They are selling them
forcing
down
people
and
back
oríṣiríṣi.
on the road to jaywalk. They go back on the road to jaywalk, walking on the tarred road.
Mhm.
And
that's dangerous.
yes, putting them again in the same danger that they are supposed to be prevented shielded from. That kind of thing. So that is one hazard that they could. And then again, the fact that they have to know, what and interpret the markings, the road signs, and understand all the road furniture.
Exactly.
So if they're able to do this, they will be able to know where to cross, where not to cross, where to
Exactly.
stand, and all those kind of information. Because you're seeing the road markings on the road. Every single thing has a meaning. And you are seeing the road signs. Every sign has a meaning. You are seeing the road furniture. All the furnitures have what
the
they're
role,
doing.
Yes, a function,
Yes.
so to say.
So it's like the road is talking to you. And
The road
when
is
you
talking
understand
to you.
when you understand the road, then it's easier to be safe.
That's
I
it.
always say something. You cannot go on a football pitch and go and start playing football without understanding the rules of
the game.
playing football. And it's the same thing with being on the road. There are rules. There are things that are happening on the road that if you do not understand, you do not have any business being on the road.
Wow. So the book titled The Taiwos Go Visiting has so much information, taking, the child through what is an expressway, where are pedestrians supposed to be found on a road, because the only places that are safe for pedestrians include the footbridges, the traffic island, where there's a policeman or traffic warden beside the lollipop man or lady on the pavement, or across the zebra crossing. So it does tell you that children need this information. Once again, if you would like to get this book for children in your school or reading club, or if you'd like to distribute them in your religious, institution or establishment, you can call Folake Ademiluyi. We have a phone call right now. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Yes. Hello. Oh, what a pity. Please call back. We really wanted to hear from you. Maybe you'll get through to us after this traffic update. We could hear you. So please call back.
All right, you're still on to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM within the Okwebi Island corridor from Salvation to Okwebi roundabout is busy. Adebola House, Toyin down to Island is equally good. Island back to Toyin is a lot better. Proceeding to Adebola House, inward Salvation is where you have it busy. Okwebi Link Bridge in and out is a very good one. Kudrat Abiola Way is equally good all through to Ojota, in and out.
Thank you very much, Taiwo. And we are getting to the final moments of Safety Train this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. My name has been Fayo Williams, as usual, as always, your safety Amazon. And with me, you have Folake Ademiluyi. And we have been talking about children's road safety. So as we round up, Folake, can you give us your final thoughts on recommendations for children traveling in cars? This is because 2 days ago, I found a lady pulling out of a supermarket. She had a child on her lap while driving. So I would like you to use this as some kind of clarion call to parents out there. Tell them about the safety measures for children traveling in cars.
Well, it's a pity that somebody will be driving and have a child on the laps. It's a big
They do it
pity.
in Lagos, I tell you.
Well,
it's unfortunate.
For children traveling in a car, it depends on the age of the child. If that child is a baby, then the baby, has to be strapped in an appropriate age appropriate seat.
Okay.
And as the child grows older, the seat will change
Okay.
until the child is old enough to be able to sit on the back seat
Okay.
and still strapped. I know that within Lagos, most times we do not strap at the back, but it is advisable to strap at the back.
So
A
that
child
is-
has no business being in front, sitting, with either the passenger, on the passenger seat
Or
or
the driver's
on the laps of the person driving.
I'll take that as your
And
final
then
word.
the child lock
must
must be used.
Child lock, all doors locked
And
whenever the children are in.
the side glasses
Must be
wound up to a point where the child cannot put their hands
or
out
their head.
or their head out, because you see these things happening
Happening
and
all the time.
sometimes it can lead to some very terrible situations.
And that is the final word from Folake Ademiluyi, author of The Taiwo's Go Visiting. Once again, you can contact her on 08028161914. My name remains Fayo Williams, and till I come your way again, it's via con Dios, which means go with God.
Moving roads.